Hello, this is Pat Dempsey from the Configuration Advisory Board. The OAM often has the option to save reports as Excel files. This presentation will cover some aspects of using Excel and how to search the Internet for more information. Please remember that when you save as Excel, the data is now on your computer. There are two key points to keep in mind. First, you are now responsible for safeguarding NARFE member data. Whoever has access to your computer now has access to NARFE data. Second, the data on the Excel file is no longer up to date. The longer it is there, the older it gets. This presentation will show you a few features of Excel to help with using it for NARFE duties. Excel has far more features that can be learned with the help of local classes or online tutorials. Most of us have clicked on one of the other tabs and then looked for the sort icon. Remember, if you cannot find it, then go home. Click on the Home tab at the top left of the screen. You can also highlight cells by left-clicking on a cell and then holding the button down while you drag the cursor to include more cells. I find using the triangle is much easier. When NARFE creates the Excel file, it puts in a header row with the same names as on the OAM report. You can add many sort columns in different sort orders. Click on the Add Level icon for additional sorts. Like a sort, filters are useful when looking at large Excel files. Filters hide rows of data that you are not interested in viewing or printing. In the above example, as with one on the prior slide, you are only seeing a small part of the Excel worksheet. Note that if the filter option is on, then the down arrow can hide part of the header. While we are only covering a simple filter, you can see that we have the ability to sort and search as well. Again, filters are nice when working with large amounts of data. They can also be used when you only want to print selected data. Getting to the Find is relatively easy. Below Find there are other options. We will not cover those in this presentation. This is a feature that you can play with to become comfortable. Doing a find cannot alter the data. I am using a zip code to highlight that the find looks for text strings, not words. If I did a find on 28, I would see all of the 21228 instances, but also a street address like 128 Post Road. I doubt that everyone can see the small print at the bottom. This is okay. Download an Excel spreadsheet and play with the Find feature and you will see how it works. Like most features, you may need to play with the print command. Before you print something, you can sort and filter the data so that only a subset is visible for printing. As I said before and will probably say again, download a spreadsheet and play with it. Note that you can change the orientation to landscape and change the margins. Sometimes using a narrow margin allows for a larger font size to be used in printing. There are limits to scaling. Printers have minimum font sizes. If an option goes beyond the minimum, then you will be warned. If you do not know how to hide a row or column, then I suggest you use this as an opportunity to try an online tutorial. A good one is mentioned on the next slide. You can do this. Remember, the worst thing that can happen is that you will need to download the data again. Use a tutorial and try things. Please remember, the reports change all of the time. If you see an error or out-of-date information in this presentation, please use the NARFE website to contact your CAB representative.